Hi, I am Bucky Gamgee from LARPCraft. This is the first episode of How to LARP for Cheap. At LARPCraft, we've been getting a lot of questions on how to start LARPing, because a lot of people don't know how, because we're starting to try to build this sport. But before I get into that, I'm going to talk about how I got started and what I did at the beginning before I went to my first event. Well, over here, you can see my first costume. It was mostly made from stuff I bought from Goodwill. I bought a pair of dress pants, a button-up white shirt, long sleeves, and a black vest. The pants we cut into knee breeches, so they just go just below the knees. And then we left a button-up white button-up shirt and the vest alone. I also had a green cape that I got the fabric from Joann Fabrics. Can't remember what kind of fabric it was. But then I just sewed it into a cape, made it to the length, and then sewed on a button, and I had a cape. And then I got fake pointy ears from a costume shop. It cost me about $3. As you can see, my first costume was really cheap. My sword, as you can see, was a 52-inch two-hander sword. The materials cost me about $8 to $10, but for $10 worth of materials to make a sword, you can easily make 3 short swords, or a long and a short sword, whatever you want. It varies. Here is also a very cheap costume idea I made. It's my tabard for my clan. It was before I made my clan, but I based my clan off this. This is my tabard I made out of fabric I had laying around my house. A lot of purple, so I made the base out of purple, and the orange, the Hyrulean symbol out of orange because I had less orange. And then I was sick and tired of trying to fix it every time because it would move around during the event. So I went in and just cut holes and put twine through it so it stays together and it's not a pain anymore. Just twine. It's very simple. I'll probably make a video in the near future on how to make this. I gotta make one for my other friend that's in my clan. But yeah, this is also really cheap. But before we get into any other things, I'm going to tell you how you can start LARPing for cheap. All you have to do is find a nice open place like your backyard or at a park or a nice open area to begin with. You're going to want to get some friends together that are interested in doing this with you. Without other people, it ain't going to be fun. So the more people you can get, the better. But start just with your friends in your backyard or at a park or something. Then you need weapons. This is my first weapon I've ever made. Starting to come apart on the top from hitting the ground so much, as you can see. It's really beat up. Just all I gotta do to fix that is just tape over it. This has been taped over twice. This is my sword that I use for 1.5 years to 2, I think it was, before I got my first latex sword for free at a Last Hope event. So this was sort of used most of the time. I did have a short sword that I did made that I used. So you can see I got some spots that I really need to tape up, but boppers are really heavy. So using this one-hander for a little bit, this two-hander for one hand for a little bit, it starts to get really heavy. As you can see, all you need to do to make this sword is duct tape. For this For this sword, I used foam for pipe insulator. It goes around the pipe. I used those. I put 2 layers on since 1 layer was too thin on the type of pipe I used. And also electrical tape. As you can see, there's these like little grooves in it. I put those in the beginning, and then I found I didn't like it, so I really didn't use them anymore. But it's a way to do it. Then you just put them on the PVC pipe. Is what I used. This PVC pipe is big. I'm guessing you want, this is probably 3/4 inch pipe, but you want to go with half-inch pipe. The 3/4 is way too thick. Unless you're making like a staff, then you want to go with 3/4 to 1 inch in diameter pipe, because it's much sturdier and it's not all flimsy. I made that with a staff. I used a staff that was half-inch diameter, and it's kind of flimsy. This isn't. This really doesn't have any. I mean, you can bend it, but when you're swinging it, it's got a little bend, but it's not going to be like very wobbly. So then you do, when you got your friends and your weapons, you got your area, you just go out and start bashing each other. Once you find out that this is really fun and you got like 5 to 10 people, then you want to go and get your costume. As I showed you some really cheap costumes. If you look around, look at pictures online, if you see a lot of really decorative high-end costumes, you're probably looking at Europe. They spend thousands of dollars on their costumes, so you really don't want to look at them, base your costumes off them, because their costumes are really expensive. What you want to do is you want to go on LARPCraft.com and look at our photos. Our photos are of people who started and who make their own costumes for low-end costs. Really cheap. Or you can go on BattleStuff.com and buy pants and shirts, because that's another easy way to get started, is like a black shirt, black pants. Very, very simple. Simple costumes you can do. We're always talking about costumes and stuff about making really cheap, awesome costumes on the forums at LARPCraft.com. So please join us there. But once you've got your costume and you got some friends and boffers, which is a sword that you made, and you got your place, after a couple of times of going there bashing each other in costumes and such, you're gonna want to find a nice, really big area like an environmental park or a state park or a campground or something that's really big out in the woods. It's not a lot of what do you call it, stuff from like today, like it's out in the woods, like lots of brick houses or houses everywhere, a lot of sounds of cars or highways, or you want it to be like nice and quiet, like you hear the birds or the crickets or the water moving. You want stuff like that. Once you've got that, you need someone who's 18 years or older that was able to go to the events, just has to be there for liability reasons. Once you got that, have them sign up at LARPCraft.com to sign up for a realm and to become an elder of that realm. Before you can start the event, after you've signed up for the realm, which I think is $10, which easily can get, but this is not needed, and it's not it's recommended, but it's not needed if you're not gonna follow the LARPCraft rules or keep your XP tracks. This is not needed. You do not need to do this to start LARPing. Do not. But if you do want to follow LARPCraft and be part of the adventure, you want to get someone who's 18 years old that wants to do this, or is going to be there to supervise you, to sign up for a realm, $10 is really cheap to do this, because you can easily get, if you have 10 or more people, you can easily get a quarter, 50 cents, $1 easily from each person, and you got the funds right there to pay for your realm. Then once you decide you're going to become a realm and you've got it all signed up, you want to go to LARPCraft.com. Again, lots of LARPCraft.com, because that's what we are, and it's what you're going to need to do, and create an account so you can track your XP and chat on the forums, everything. You're going to need an account if you want to do anything on the forums, except for look at the forums. But then once you got your account, it's going to cost $1 to submit XP. I'm pretty sure it's $1, or it's $1 per person. I'll put it down here once I find out. But it's going to be $1 to submit XP and to track your XP on the forums, so you can see how much XP you're getting, how much you have, what you got it from, what you spent it on, and everything. Is the best. But this is where it gets awesome. Your XP is used to buy achievements. These achievements are to use two-handers, bows, certain spells depending on which class are, wear armor, use shields, healing, there's a lot of poisons. There's a lot of things you can do in this, and we're adding things every year. Each year we're going to try to come out with a new expansion, new things to add, so you don't get to your level 10, have everything you can get or want to get, and then not be able to get anything else and be bored. We want to come up with new things for you to do and to try. So, thank you for watching, and we hope you enjoy this video and we join LARPCraft, and we hope you watch some of the other videos and more to come. We'll be posting right here, right now, videos on how to make swords, some costumes, other Ren-like things, some of the videos from our LARPCraft channel, so you can go check out all the videos, and I hope you join us. I will see you later. I'm Bucky Gamgee from LARPCraft. See you on the battlefield.